Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And it was truly an eventful weekend and has been an eventful week thus far for Madrid fans, right? Xabi Alonso was officially in, so just a few things happened. But the first thing that I want to talk about is something or someone who has gone underappreciated from Madrid and who is leaving, and that's Lucas Vazquez. Listen, I stand by all my criticism of him. If you've seen the videos, I stand up by my criticism of him this season. You gotta be fair. And this season he did not play that well. Right now, if you guys have seen any videos before, you guys know that I do put most of the blame at that point on the coach and coaching decisions and just playing him out of position, man. But it's not a time to focus on that. It's mostly a time to just focus on everything that he's done for the club and just his impact on it because and if you're not a Madrid fan, you might not understand as to why I'm saying this. But players like him, right? Players like Nacho are going to go down as legends for Madrid if you watch them play, right? And it's just because of how they've represented the club, bro. Like they came in, they knew their roles, they knew what they had to do. They just and every time that they played, it was like I saw this stat today that I honestly didn't know about until I saw it today, and it made sense. Like looking back and thinking back on it, right? I had the privilege of watching him play since he got to Madrid, right? And I had the privilege to watch Madrid go on this run starting in 2014 to now of just overwhelming success. And the stat was that during our three-peat, right, 16, 17, 18, he provided the most assists during that time. Now, it might not seem like that much to, some people, but that shows you a few things. That shows you, one, Zidane trusted him enough during that time to play him a considerable amount off the bench. Two, obviously, he's been with us for a very long time. And most of it, or not even most of it, like literally all of it, as a role player. And he never bitched about time. He never complained about it. You never saw, on the news, Lucas Vasquez wants, he wants out. He wants more playing time, right? You never saw anything when it comes to contract negotiations, like stalling or some shit like that because he wanted more money. Like you never saw that, bro. Like you never saw that. In Lucas Vasquez, you have somebody who, at his prime, was a sensational backup, right? Sensational. And what I mean by that is this: during that prime, right, our back four were Marcelo, Varane, Pepe at the very beginning, right? But let's go with who was there during the longest of this little run, right? So Marcelo, Varane, Ramos, and Carvajal. At any point in time, if one of them got injured, I could have seen Nacho and Vasquez starters, and I would have had absolutely no problem with it. And I went into those games full of confidence in them. And that's not easy to say, right? It's not easy to come in and replace someone like Carvajal. It's not easy to come in and replace someone like Ramos and replace someone like Varane. It's just not easy to fucking do. And the confidence that I had in him during that time, bro, like it was crazy. Like there'll be times like the stretch of time where Nacho and Vasquez played, and I was perfectly fine with it. And it was because he was such an incredible player. Um, to me, arguably, like obviously not a club like Barcelona or something like that, but he could have easily gone to like a top six club in England and to me be a starter, right? Like you're not talking about the Man Cities and shit. You're talking about, maybe the Uniteds where they were struggling. You're talking about maybe Arsenal at that point in time. But he was good, bro. Like he was very, very good. And his dedication and love for the club to me is unquestioned. You saw it. Like he knew that it was gonna be his last game in the Bernabeu, and he decided to take a step back, just like Nacho did the year before, for Cruz. But he decided to take a step back and let Modric have his time and let Ancelotti have his time because he knows his role and he knew his role even at the very end. And just watching that, it did kind of hurt, bro, because he did, like, to me, he shouldn't have started that match just because when he came to me, like, perfect scenario in his last match, right? Modric starts. Modric comes off like minute 75 or 80 to a deserved standing ovation, and then Vasquez comes in because he deserves that ovation too. He is he is a Madrid legend, bro. And like honestly, if again, so like for Madrid, for any reason, Vasquez, if you're watching this video, bro, thank you. Again, you have the love and support of all Madridistas, and no matter what, bro, we're gonna support you, no matter where you go, unless for some reason you go to fucking Barcelona, right? But you're always gonna have our support. And again, this season to me, he was just played, at a position. But more particularly, he was just like he's not the person he was before, and to me, that was a big hindrance to him this season. right? Because during those times, he's always been a winger. That's always been his preferred position when he plays. Like, he says he wants to be a winger. Like, all that stuff is true. Like, it happened, but back then he had the speed, he has the stamina, he had the legs to be able to do what he wants to do on offense, right? Which is going from the side, put in a corner, right? Shake a few defenders possibly, pass it, and open up the goals that way, right? Open up the opposing defenses. But when we were struggling on defense, he needed to track back. He had the legs to come back and do it, and that's what made him so successful during that time as the backup right back as a winger. Now, again, this season was a fucking shit show because he didn't have the legs, but for some reason he just kept on getting played in that position, which to me just set him up for failure from the start. Um, but yeah, man, like I said, I really don't have any more like much more words to say. Just a quick video. Thank you, Vasquez, honestly, for everything you've done for the club. Like I said, Madridistas will love you forever if they watch you play. I will tell my kids stories, about players like Vasquez, players like Nacho, and how important they were to the club and how important they are to these titles that we won, bro. Because at the end of the day, you know what? Like we might not have won the Champions League in 16, 17, 18 if it wasn't for those players stepping up when they stepped up, right? And he's not even the only one. Like, to me, Keylor Navas does not have absolutely does not get enough credit or the credit he deserves for his performances. One of the most underrated goalkeepers of all time, and just players in general. But yeah, bro, like if it wasn't for these players, we would not be as successful as we were. That's inarguable. And Lucas Vasquez has been a huge part of our success. During this more than past half decade. Jeez, I don't even know how to fucking talk. He has been an integral part of our success during more than this past decade. And yeah, man, just thank you very much for everything you've done for the club. Thank you for the penalties you fucking took. Thank you for putting it all on the pitch every time you got the chance to, bro. That's all we can ask of you guys. And yeah, man, just thank you so much for everything that you did. Vasquez, you leave a Madrid legend. You deserve absolutely nothing less. And no matter what happens in the future or what club you play for, bro, thank you. We appreciate you. And we honestly look, at least I do. I honestly look forward to seeing what's next for you, bro. Um, but yeah, guys, it's a quick video. Thank you, Vasquez. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.